What's up, guys? I know I haven't made a video in a little bit here. I had a lot of bills and stuff to pay for, and I didn't have money or the time to work on any of the cars. But as you can tell from this title, I made a bad decision. I bought another car. And you guys can probably guess what type of car I bought. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. I honestly cannot believe that I bought this. Like for the type of Mustang 60s car owner that I am, I can't believe I bought this car, but here it is. Ta-da! I bought a 240, and not just any 240, an S13. I'm still shocked that I bought this. I'm not a JDM guy. I'm not a 240 guy. I obviously like drifting and stuff like that, but I've never been a fan of these cars. I had a couple friends that had them, and I didn't like how I felt inside the car and the way it looked and stuff like that. The bumper actually was on, but it fell off last night. We did a little bit of test drifting to see how she hooned it, how she sent it, and the bumper just fell off. It just gave out. I didn't hit anything, the bumper just fell off. So this is a 1990s 240 SX. Bought it out, I think, in White Rock yesterday, and got it for a really good deal. I really don't have the space or the money to be buying another car, but this one was such a good deal, I couldn't pass it up, so I did end up getting it. As you can tell, it's two-tone. I'm pretty sure it's a factory thing. It definitely looks factory. I don't know if they did come two-tone. Like I said, I'm not really a 240 guy, and some 240 guys are gonna get mad here, but this thing is a lot harder to drift than the drift stang was when I first bought it. Like stock versus stock, this thing is difficult to drive, to drift. But it's got an open diff in the rear. It's got these wheels, got this weird rising sun thing on the headlight. Not a great thing. We had to use metal zap straps to hold up the bumper on the way home. This fender, guy said that he took the fender off and tried to put it back on, but the pinch wheel on the bottom is bent or something, so we couldn't put it on. Let's see what else. Has some rust around here. So I'm pretty sure this car, it's all factory, but it has a vehicle inspection thing up here, which makes me think that this car was VI'd, but I don't think it was. When we looked underneath the car, there was a lot of kind of like this Albertan rust, where it's like the diff and stuff kind of turns white. So I think this car was from Alberta or somewhere else in Canada, and yeah, it came over here at some point. And yeah, it's got, let's look inside. It's got interior, it's got an aftermarket wheel. The guy does have the rest of the back interior, but he didn't have it at his house. He had a friend's house, so he's gonna drop it off. It's got the little sunroof thing, no radio. The blower and everything works for the heat, no AC. The only thing that sucks, the dash lights don't work. The headlight to pop them up and down don't work, but when you turn the headlights on, the headlights pop up. So we have to do some wiring to the dash. It's got 282 kilometers, 282,000 kilometers. Yeah, so she's got a bit, but the dash is in really good shape, no cracks or anything. The door cards are in really good shape too, and I know for 240s that's a really big thing. Carpet's all right. When we got it, the steering, as you can see, steering wheel's missing a couple bolts. I found them on the floor, and the steering wheel was loose, and when we went drifting, I'm like, man, I really need to tighten it. My foot was rolling on like some of this stuff, and I went down and picked up an Allen key that works for this. So we end up fixing that. Horn doesn't work. It has this weird thing, God 5 now? 5 God now? I don't know. It's like a very weird thing. Never seen that. But headliners in pretty good shape. We did get, I'll pop the hatch for, we did get a bucket seat. It is, here, I'll pull this out really quick. It's not the best seat. It did come with the car, so it's not bad. I'm probably not going to use this. If anything, I'd probably take the seats out of the drift stand, seeing as how I'm going to get Halo seats for that car. But the factory seats I actually do like. They're pretty good. And the rear wiper's still in here. I know, at least with a lot of my friends, they take off the rear windshield wiper. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a 240 thing, but I like it. And this quarter panel is damaged right here because the guy said that he tried to put it in his friend's basement because he like paints planes. And so they tried to get it in there and apparently just scraped the wall and just didn't stop. But then they didn't even end up painting it, so there's that. Let's pop the hood. Pop the hood. Alright, so it's a single cam. Everything's pretty much factory on it except for this intake. Don't know what's going on there. Sounds really cool. Sounds kind of like a turbo without the got a decent battery. I guess it used to have AC. Guy took it out. Power steering does not really work on this thing. It's actually worse than not working. So what happens is sometimes it works and then cuts out. So when you're drifting it and it's going smooth, and then it'll stop working and then catch again, and it makes it really hard to catch the wheel. But yeah, it has a pretty decent sized misfire. Got some rust here, around here, stuff like that. But I mean, it's an S13 and I'm really happy with it. What I'll do is I'll start it up so that way y'all can hear what it sounds like. Got windows work. So you can see, just kind of misfiring. Right? But I mean, she runs, she drives, driving 240 for cheap. Also, the reverse lights don't work on this thing, but I mean, that's either a wiring issue or the bulbs are dead, something like that. Does have oil in it. Plan is drive it until this thing blows up, swap something else in. But yeah, I mean, I now own a 240. This thing's probably not gonna get any attention, any sort of love towards it, because I have the drift stand that I need to work on first before I work on this thing. And the Catalina needs some work. The battery's dead right now. I left the charger in from my Bluetooth speaker for 2 days, and I guess it drained the battery, so I need to jump it. And then I need to get a new headlight relays for, I'll explain that in another video once I actually get the relays in. But yeah, like, this thing's, it's sweet, like, it's awesome. I would say I'm really happy that I have some drifting experience before I got this car, because this thing, like, when you want this thing to drift, you have to put it in second and flick that body weight and just pin it. And the SN95 was a lot easier to drift than this. But if you aren't a balls to the wall type of driver, then it's gonna be really hard to drift this with an open diff and all the body roll. And it's weird, like, seeing it stock height, because it just looks so high, like monster truck. But it's fun. It's great. I'm so pumped. I'm like, I can now say that I'm like a true drifter. I've owned a 240 and JDM life or something. I'm still on the American muscle train though, honestly. If I could, I'm gonna be completely honest, I would have bought another SN95 rather than this, because I just love it. Yeah, so the plan, maybe fix up the misfire, fix up a couple other things, maybe some oil leak, stuff like that, just for the time being. But I mean, all in all, driving 240. Oh, and as you can see here, apparently the last guy, he dropped something on the roof and bent it a little bit, but it's all right. It's all right. I mean, okay, to be fair, she did look a lot better when the front bumper was attached on properly. Yeah, what I'll do right now is I'll throw up the camera in the car and we'll go cruise around the block, just so I can show you guys the condition she's driving in and maybe show you guys that power steering issue. So let's do it. All right, camera is hooked up. Oh, it's just stuff in here. In the glove box. Alright. Sunglasses. Pop the sunroof open. Alright. So, clutch grab's kind of high. It's not bad. Not bad. Handbrake works very well in this car. Now I know why people don't really need a like a hydro in S13s and stuff. You do have to ream on it pretty hard. Like you guys can see right here, power steering's working, and then and stop. It's almost like as if in like the straight ahead position, the power steering doesn't work. But then when you use it a little bit, it does, and then cuts out. It's pretty annoying. Speedo did not really work. It was moving when we got it. It was showing you were doing like 180 when you were doing like 10. But now it just stopped working altogether, so I don't know what happened there. Oh, and so there's a lot of people that say if you have a solid axle, you tend to get wheel hop a lot. In my Mustang, I had never gotten wheel hop while drifting. This thing wheel hops in a straight line. Like it is so bad. I didn't, like right there, I just took a corner too hard and it blah, 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 blah. I don't know if this is a stock exhaust or if like a cat's missing or something, but it sounds pretty good. It's like girthy, like it's got some bass to it, but it's not loud. And I don't know if you can hear the intake, that whistling makes it sound pretty good too. Like it's got like a little spoolie boy, but she don't. She ain't bad, she ain't bad. No SN95, but she's not bad. But yeah, with this thing, with the open diff and everything, and that, and like with the SN95 with the Mustang, it's heavy and it's got about the same ride height. So when you throw the weight actually helps you kick out the car. And this thing, it's so light that when you flick it, you really gotta throw it. Like, and I don't know if I put in videos of last night's drifting in before, or I'll do it right now, but it looks like the rear wheel lifts on this thing every single time. I'm happy with it. It was cheap. It's 240. It's broken enough where I don't care that you know, if I wreck her or something, like, it's good. 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 But yeah, so that's my 240. That's my first. This is my first 240. This is my first step into the JDM lifestyle and community type of thing, because I've never owned a JDM car. It's always been domestic. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think I should do to this car, like, you know, tips, pointers on the power steering stuff, on any mods that are must on 240s and stuff like that. I'm pretty stoked for this car. I'm also kind of nervous because I don't know, just it's not American. I don't know what to do about that. But guys, this is gonna be it for this video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.